We're beyond stoked to have Dummy join us live on the Chris Collins Show, Millennial Talk Show, all the way out in the state of New Jersey. Also, check out our brand new podcast series, Off the Fret, featuring the Blowies as our inaugural guest. More music talk, out now wherever you listen to podcasts. So we're beyond stoked. We got the boys here. It looks like we got another band member. Is that Chris, I'm assuming?
It is on.
Hey, that's what's up. We're glad. This is dope, man. We're excited for you guys to be joining me during my birthday celebration show, and I'm amazed that we got such a kick-ass band, Dummies. So we got to let the people know what's good. But before we begin, Ben, I'm gonna throw this at you because what is the backstory behind the band's name Dummy, or was it an afterthought? And you see what I did with that? You know, it was an afterthought. I got you guys. So, but for real, like, where did the band name Dummy come from?
Yeah. So the guy I formed the band with, we were shooting, each other demos back and forth, and we couldn't just figure out a name. So one of the files we sent back and forth, I just typed dummy track, dummy demo, dummy 2, and we were just like, let's just call it Dummy, So we just ran with it, So it's kind of just like, just short and sweet, just straight to the point.
Short and sweet, straight to the point, kept it organic. Okay, I see where this is going. And Matt, it's my understanding that Dummy is formed with musicians loving different genres of music. I mean, do you believe the influence of each band member's different taste in music brings something new to Dummy?
Yes, 100%. Yeah, I mean, we all grew up, like Chris and Ben were in a heavy death metal band.
Stop it. I would have never imagined. So I can only imagine as you, the synth player, having to listen to your bro doing blast beats and you're like, Chris, please, for the love of, I know I'm on an electric pad, but we still got to tune up. We still got to get the bass in check for Ben. Like, please, Chris.
I so want to hear your death metal.
No, Chris, I'll let you defend yourself because obviously Matt is bringing up you in the death metal scene. I'm a huge heavy metal guy myself. So, how is that like collaborating with these gents?
I love it, man. And I'm still blast beating at practice. It's still just secondhand nature for me. Yeah.
Have you ever considered bringing the blast beats to this band? Really?
Yeah, we've tried a couple.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Do it. And I always feel like East Coast bands just do better death metal than West Coast bands because we have good weather. So we're kind of like, oh yeah, let's go like in the sun. And then like East Coast, you guys are freezing or sweltering hot.
You guys are an indie rock pop band, so if you guys started experimenting with those kind of elements, that'd be pretty cool. So I'm gonna hold you on that, Chris, because that better not be an afterthought, okay? Better not be an But Ben, I wanted to throw you at this because you sing the following in your track, Afterthought, and you sing, I recognize the footwork to this haunted dance. I tripped up on the shot and lost my second chance. Talk to me about your track, Afterthought, because what in the world does that even mean?
Well, so the song Afterthought was kind of just, it's more just speaking about like a really shaky relationship. And when it comes to that line, I recognize the footwork to this haunted dance, I tripped up on the shot and lost my second chance. Like the haunted dance is kind of just reminding you of the good times that you've had with that person. And you kind of look back at it and it kind of haunts you. Do you
think that's because of the era of social media? Where like every single time you go on this day memory on Facebook and you're like, oh my gosh, I unfriended her. I keep seeing pictures of her, or whatever your sexual preference is. I don't want to see him.
The haunted dance is kind of just like the good times that you had that kind of haunt you, and the tripped up on my shot and oh my god, it's a tongue twister.
Well, I think that's actually a good point. I think people can recognize that, like, yeah, you could fall out from an ugly relationship, but you can recognize that there were some great moments, and that's why I laugh at the title, and now I understand more. It's more of an afterthought. It's a maybe.
Maybe.
But you know what? We wanted to give enough time to be able to play the music video in full, so Marissa, let's play Dummy's track, Afterthought, live on the Chris Collins Show, Millennial Talk Show. Yeah, that's what's good. That is Dummy, and that is their track Afterthought. And I want to remind the listening audience that you are listening to the Chris Collins Show, Millennial Talk Show, and this is Strike a Chord, where if you physically or digitally pick up that record, you're gonna know these tracks. And I'm gonna throw this to the whole band right now. I mean, do you guys like reading your comments from fans online, like let's say YouTube? Do you guys like to look into that kind of stuff? Because I kind of like to share some of these comments that I've been reading online. Do you mind if I share some of them?
I want to hear them.
You want to hear some of these? Arby on YouTube writes, I'm pretty sure I just astral projected after hearing this. And when I read that, it's kind of sounded a little kinky in my opinion. How would Dummy like to respond to this? It sounds like, Chris, you're already jumping to a conclusion on this. So what would you like to say to Arby?
I love that. That comment's just like, wow. Like our music actually makes somebody feel like that. That's so sick.
Right?
I was literally just dancing. I had to get up and I was just dancing next to my laptop for your song. Because I actually really, I love our musicians we bring in. And then there are some musicians that I'm like, oh my God, I have to move. I have to dance because I connect so much. And like you bring out my love of 80s and like romance and like, oh.
But it's true, but it's like also you guys are doing your own thing on a level. I feel like you're bringing that, a little bit of that 80s vibes, but you guys are making it your own thing. And I think that's really cool. And, Raven Day on YouTube writes, quote, clocking in so I can prove that I was here before you guys were famous, with Studio by the Sea commenting, as my mom would say, very good, my dear. So, I mean, how does it feel to already have support from fans from all around the world without even releasing a full-length album? I mean, how does that feel? I mean, that's got to be pretty fucking cool, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Amazing.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, awesome. And we, just like with the streaming platforms and stuff, we have like the statistics, and we just see people from everywhere. Like we have listeners in Europe and like just all across the world, and it's like,
it's awesome.
We have two songs.
It leaves us speechless. It just makes us just want to work harder and put out more music and twice the amount of energy.
Yeah, I mean, because both of your tracks that you guys have been releasing so far, and I know we're about to be playing one of them, which is called Suddenly. And Ben, I wanted to ask you this because, I dig deep into the lyrics again, and you say, suddenly I can breathe, but I can't feel what's under me, and I'll follow you if you take the lead. So like, what's the overall meaning to this song?
So yeah, that song's very personal to me. The song is very derived of, struggles with addiction and, mental health and stuff like that. And, when you come out of a dark spot, it's kind of hard to translate back into the real world. So you don't know what's under you, suddenly you can breathe, but you don't know what's under you, and, and I'll follow you if you take the lead, that's just like, just people around you just trying to be supportive, and, it's a really personal song. And I love, just bringing lyrics out to other people that it can help, and that's.
So do you feel like with, cause I'm sure, does the rest of the boys and girl, there's Carlee, we got Carlee too. Do they lend in when it comes to the lyrical content? Are you guys all kind of jointly together writing the music, or is it kind of, everybody kind of does their own thing in like a work bubble?
So those first two songs, I wrote suddenly in my brother's room, like front to end, while he was at college. So yeah, but now, like, since we're all like forming together, we're all just kind of putting ideas together and, just getting a more organic feel of what Dummy is.
Right, okay, I get you. And you know what? I'm gonna throw this both at the bros. Are you guys twins? You guys almost look exactly like each other. I mean, no? You are?
No, we're
Oh,
not.
no. The reason I want to bring both of you guys into this mix is because, sometimes I feel like when I talk about people, musicians that are synth players or drummers, sometimes I feel like you guys go under the radar at times. You guys kind of get excluded. But what I love what you guys did with this music production, especially when it's on this track, suddenly is it starts off calm and then it soon shifts into this kind of high energy, giving me kind of like that Killers mentality, you know what I'm saying? And like, talk to me about that overall feel that the both of you guys wanted to add onto this track.
Yeah, I mean, well, me on synth. So like when we play live, me and Ben will switch through bass, but the more synth heavy sounds or songs, I'll be on synth. And I used to play guitar and stuff, it's kind of weird. You're kind of like stationary. So it was just, I'm like, I got to just start moving and headbang as much as possible.
You're going to get one of those piano keyboards. Start jamming out. No, that's really cool, man. And let's let the music speak for itself, because I already know Marissa's already got it set up right now. So let's let the CCS family know what's good. Check out Dummy's music video, Suddenly. Yeah, that's what's good. That is Dummy, and that is their track. You gotta love it, Suddenly. And, that's my favorite song from you guys so far. And you know what, Chris, I gotta but before we begin, I want to remind the listening audience, you are listening to Strike a Chord, where if you physically or digitally pick up the record, you're gonna know these tracks. And, Chris, I want to throw this at you because, talk to me about where the band is progressing with new music in 2021, because obviously we mentioned it like at the halfway mark, you guys don't have necessarily a full-length album yet, and I already know fans around the world, especially myself, are itching, crawling to hear that new music. So give us an update. Where are you guys at?
So we the full length is in the works right now, and how we're progressing, I feel like the chemistry is just still being built as we're continuously writing music, and it just keeps getting better and better, lyrically, instrumentally, everything about it. And I'm really excited for what is about to come for the group, really.
Okay, and I mean, are we going to get kind of the same elements from those two singles, or is there anything that you guys are switching up that you're excited to add into the sound of
Death
what
metal
Dummy could be?
Death metal.
There's going to be a side A and a side B, and it's just blast beats and breakdowns. But is there anything that you can tell us that, like, there's some certain elements that you're excited for that you're going to add into the piece?
Yeah, we're definitely bringing a lot more original 80s sounds, a lot more original, like, underground 80s clubs like Synth. And, we got a new single coming out soon called Slower. Yeah, that's going to be our first EP.
Could you give us an update about it? Are you guys even allowed to release the date yet? I mean, come on, this is the one time you can let the people know what's good. I mean, when can we hear that track?
We haven't settled down on a date yet, but that's our next single.
Oh, I'm gonna hold you guys to that. I'm gonna be following you guys
by next month. So
okay. I can screw with that. I like that. But you know what?
You can screw with it, Chris.
Yeah,
that's the plan. Background music.
Ooh, okay. I see where you're going, Marissa. But hey, Matt, I wanted to add you into this because what has been the toughest setback for Dummy this year? Is it like making the new music, or is it getting back on the road again?
Definitely getting back on the road.
Yeah,
shows are
COVID. Yeah,
why is that so tough? I mean, talk to me about that, because it seems like in SoCal, where I'm at, it seems like live events are starting to return. They're frolicking on a level. It seems like in New Jersey, you guys are seeming to struggle, and you guys seem to have to go, north to New York to even make live events happen? I mean, what is the frustration that you have with your state of New Jersey about why they don't understand about live music and live events that you guys would like to see happen?
I mean, it's just really tough, like just getting back in the groove of things. Like, and we're still trying to write a lot and, doing merch, and we all have like our separate jobs and everything. But yeah, that's one of the other things. It's in the area. There's not really any venues. So like, farmland, New Jersey.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah.
Part of Jersey.
Yeah, we have to hike out a little bit to, play any shows. But yeah, we're just trying to find any bands who would love to play with us and take us on.
We'll play anywhere.
Yeah, we play anywhere, anytime, any day. You want to see us at 4 a.m. in a dive bar? We don't care. I love that attitude. But I know you've been teasing the fans recently, and you guys got some instrumental tracks, which I thought that's kind of rare and unique that most bands don't tend to do necessarily. And we actually smashed 2 songs together into one because you guys did turn them into music videos. So we're going to be playing 2 tracks in one video. It's called Valentine and Video Guy. So let's check it out. This is Dummy. You gotta love it, fam. That is Dummy, and that is both of their instrumental tracks. It's called Valentine and Video Guy, and we want to leave you guys enough time because we are starting to wrap it up on Strike a Chord. But where can the CCS family go ahead and check out your guys' music and follow you on social media?
Yeah, so we have I've been working on a website. It's dummytheband.com. They have all our links up. TikTok, Instagram, Dummy Tunes is our Instagram. Yeah, we're trying to get on everything. We're on Bandcamp.
What is what you don't do, Matt? I mean, you're a website designer. You're in the band, kicking it, synth and bass. We gotta love you guys. Thank you,
Awesome.
Ben, Matt, and Chris for joining the Chris Collins Show, Millennial Talk Show, and we cannot wait to be following up with you guys later on. What's that now, fam? Yeah, so we got it. So we'll talk later in the future, okay, guys? Much success on tour, guys.
Ciao.
It's so good to meet you.